Hey guys, it's Greg. Greg is Fun back again with more gameplay. We are once again, this is another game from the same night where we were playing the Hyper Aggro Amber Sapphire Princess deck. Just another look at it here. This time I'm going against, it wasn't a, it was more of a homebrew style, but my opponent Justin, who you will remember from previous. Again, one of the really good players at my local scene. He has a homebrew of a Emerald Steel deck that he is playing here. Or excuse me, not Emerald Steel. It's Emerald Sapphire. Sorry, it's late at night. I'm trying to make sure I get this done. So a little peek behind the curtain. My wife and I are headed out to Paris next week, or excuse me, not even next week, tomorrow. I'm telling you, I'm super tired. So we're heading out. So I wanted to make sure that I had this ready to go, set this as premiere so that it will be able to be there on regular schedule. Next week, I'm gonna have two opening videos, so keep an eye out for those. But yeah, I just wanted to do another episode with this deck. I thought it was really fun, uh, and I think that it just kind of highlights different aspects of where I'm weak as a player and where I need help. So I wanted to just kind of toss this out there into the ether and see if you guys had any ideas for how I can get better. But yeah, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that it helps the algorithm show this to more people and get more ideas on here as to how I can improve. Because again, I'm not good, but I would love so much to one day be your homegrown champion and just go to one of my locals and win. I have a long way to go, and with your help, I'm sure I can do it eventually. But let's get into the gameplay. Again, this is an Amber Sapphire Princess Hyper Aggro, and we're going against an Emerald Sapphire deck, which you'll see there's a lot of commonality with the meta decks using those colors, but it is a homebrew, and we'll take a look. Okay, so going in for the altar, I want to make sure that I have Tiana. Tiana is really her, and then I would say to a lesser extent the shifted Aurora. Those are like the two key elements here. The Aurora will protect everything by making it more expensive to challenge, and then the Aurora will protect everything by giving me ward. Going ahead and tossing some back. I have a shift target Aurora. I have the Tiana in my deck. I think I had a, a Rue, just another low cost character. I'm not entirely sure. So I guess I kept a lady. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to make sure I got a wide board because that's when you're playing hyper aggro, the more targets, the less likely that your targets are going to be hit because just sheer numbers. All right, bringing out the daisy. Trying to get that lore pressure early. I kind of go back and forth with this card because it really can end up biting you in the backside. The fact that it gives my character or give my opponent characters really starts to hurt. So there we have the shift target Clarabelle, and we'll be seeing some more of that as we go on. So here I'm trying to decide, how do I proceed? Do I go the Queen Sensor Core? Do I try and ramp up uh, for other targets? So we're gonna go ahead and this is something that I found is a bit of a weakness with this deck, is I have the queen in here mostly because I didn't have all of the pieces that I wanted
I
for the deck.
will
So I was trying to find what complementary pieces can
one
I put
Aurora
in,
Prince.
and the queen just gets
Or
inked.
Aurora.
That's
Yep,
just plain and
pretty
simple.
much.
That's
And then
what
I
ends
will
up
quest for
happening.
two.
So I went with the Aurora holding court so
Aurora
that
card.
that'll make my princesses and queens less expensive, and there we have it. I quest with Daisy, getting 2 lore, and as a result, he gets another character. And I'll tell you, it was a shift Gogo Tamago, and boy, that card ended up being it's powerful. The blue green Gogo. So here we have Tipo again, standard. Let's get that ramp up. So he's got a lot of options there with his ink pool. Ready up.
I will draw
And
for turn.
on my card, there we have it.
Okay.
So, of course, we want to get down Tiana. And so then this is when we start to figure out what do we do? How do we proceed? So I was going back and forth. Do I play the Nala? Do
I
I
will
ink the Nala?
quest with Aurora,
How do I
which
proceed?
makes
Go ahead and
my
tap the
cost
Aurora
less
in
for
order
Tiana.
to get the Tiana
I
out.
will
Reduces the cost of the Tiana. So only 2 ink to bring her out. Get her on the board, really start
just one
to
more for
set up
Aurora.
my
I'll
board state so
do
that I should be
two
able
for
to
Daisy.
have
Sorry,
repeated questing.
two lore for
And he
Daisy.
chooses to go ahead. Well, I'm getting ahead of
I
myself, but we
will
have the Daisy questing. I get more pressure, so now I'm at five lore,
a Nala,
and I ended up
and I
inking
will
the Nala so that next turn I'd be set up for more. I don't know if that was the right choice. Maybe I really wanted to play the Nala. Again, wide board equals pressure equals fewer things that can be taken out each turn. And so the develop your brain gets you to go in and draw more cards, see more of what's going on. But yeah, so I've got 5 lore. I've currently got 5 on the board with the Aurora with 1, 2 for Daisy, and 2 for Tiana.
just taking stock of
And since the Tiana is ready, she's not
five
making it so it's
princesses
more
left.
difficult to challenge.
Alright.
My opponent is continuing to set up his board state. There's another one of the 5th Clarabelle.
I have 3. Yes, okay.
And we constantly are discussing how many cards are in hand because he does have the card draw aspect to his deck. Okay, so this Ludwig Drake is going to be the real MVP.
Ink and Aurora.
Inking the Aurora, and I kind of fumble into this one. Watch this. 3 for Lady.
And I will also
Go for that wide board. Play the Ludwig,
when you play
and
this, chosen opponent reveals hand,
here's
discards
here's what
non-character.
gets taken out. There
Okay, yes.
there we have it. There goes the Under the Sea. Pure dumb luck. I have to feel as though there's a strategic component for when is the right time to play Ludwig. It really worked out in my favor this time. He wasn't going to be able to play it anytime soon. He doesn't have the sing together cost with his low cost characters. He wasn't going to be able to
I have
sing that for at least another 2 turns, and he doesn't have enough ink. So that he was just holding on to that, building up, going to be able to play it and just wipe my entire board. But at this point, he wasn't able to. So here we have the shift Clarabelle so that he's going to be able to match my hand size with his hand. So here we have it. He's starting to clear my board a little bit. Tiana bounces back to my hand with Mother Knows Best. The big Clarabelle takes out Daisy. And there we have Aurora hanging out. Vink hasn't set for Lady or Ludwig John Drake. And he quests for 1. So as we are now, it is 5-1.
I will draw a card per turn. I will quest with Aurora, which gives one less for Tiana.
Actually, it is 10 to 1
will
now.
pay 2 for a Queen Sensor Core.
I forgot the lore total for
Turn, if you have a
the
Princess
previous
or Queen
turn.
in play, gain
So
one
that Queen
more.
Sensor Core is an interesting one. I didn't find I was able to use it as much as I kind of wanted to be able to. It's nice to have that one lore per turn, and there's not a whole lot of item removal going on these days. So if you're able to have something, you know, an item or two in your deck, if you plan it right, you can have something that can be pretty potent. So for example, I get one lore per turn, and I can exert it and pay 2 lore in order to look for a princess or queen. Sail the Azurite Sea, gonna go ahead and get a card and add an additional ink. There we have a Hero Hamada. And look at that. He's got, I believe that is 7 ink. So Ludwig gets banished. He goes to my inkwell. Lady gets taken out now by Clarabelle. And now Aurora gets banished. So much of my board has just been cleared. I'm really starting to feel the pressure. I don't have any cards in my hand, I don't believe. I might have one. I think I have one. Unfortunately, I have it off screen. But once it gets into top deck mode, this deck grinds to a halt. Okay, so I did have a Rue in my hand. I'm now able to play both. I have enough ink for both. The Ludwig, you know, we saw that huge hit before. I'm going to play it now, and it's going to be nothing.
2, 4.
Then I play the Rue. I'm going to make it so that Clarabelle hits for less.
I will take 1 for the Sensor Core.
I really should have used the Queen Sensor Core to start my turn.
And I will pass. No hards.
I really played that out of turn, so that's a bit of a misplay. But here we have it. I was able to gain the 3 lore by 2 for Tiana and 1 from the Queen Sensor Core. So now I'm actually at 18 lore.
So I'm at 18.
And unfortunately, the camera is about to cut out. So my opponent is thinking things through, seeing what he's able to do, how much of my board is he able to clear, is he able to take out more than one character, because I do have Loreful on the board, and there we have it. It cut out. So I did end up taking that game, but it was not for lack of trying. Like I said before, Justin is a really, really strong player, and it all boiled down to that dumb luck of the Under the Sea getting taken out by Ludwig von Drake. So let me know, what are your thoughts on how I played this? I'm going to make sure that I have that deck list in the comments once again. And again, what are the differences? Well, I was short 1 Aurora Dreaming Guardian, and I was short a Queen Sensor Core. I ended up making it a 61 card deck by putting in 3 copies of the Queen. Forget her tag, but the Queen is in there. And you saw she just ended up as ink. But anyways, please do let me know, what are some things that I can do to improve. I am trying. I was trying on this night to kind of slow down and think things through more thoroughly, not just go on robo brain, and you know, it's hyper aggro, so you want to just get everything out there. But I was trying to slow things down and think it out. Had mild success on that front. But anyways, again, thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and I will see you. I'll actually see you in a couple weeks at this point. We have, again, next week, we've got 2 opening videos coming out, and I hope you'll enjoy them. I enjoyed filming them. But anyways, guys, take it easy. Bye.